Hey you guys, it's Britt coming to you live, and yay, I'm excited. I haven't been live in a while. Well, I've been live in my private course groups, but I don't think I've been live on the regular Facebook in a while. So say hi to me, and if you're watching on the replay, you can go ahead and comment #replay. And how's it going, you guys? How are you guys feeling? I'm really excited to be here live talking about this. This is just a topic that I'm always thinking about soul purpose. I'm always thinking about how beautiful humans are and how we all have these unique soul gifts that were meant to be expressed in the world. I don't know if you guys saw my last post that I did, but I kind of talked about what I'm going to talk about on this live stream, but I'm going to go a little bit deeper in this live stream. And it's just like, if everybody in the world knew this, the world would be an amazing place. And it already is an amazing place, but it would just be at an even higher level of light than it already is. And I think that's why there's so many teachers like me and like you who are awakening to this truth that we are all sparks of God. We all have these unique soul gifts that when we express them, our life becomes truly blessed and the lives of others becomes truly blessed as well. So say hi to me, you guys. Let me know who's on here. It's not showing me everybody who has popped on. So a couple of things that I want you guys to really think about when pondering the life that you were really born to live, okay? So your soul purpose, it doesn't necessarily mean that like your soul purpose is to do something, like, oh, I meant to be a writer, or I meant to, do YouTube videos or whatever, right? Like, that's not really what it's about, but it's the energy that you are being, okay? So there is a specific soul frequency that when you are being it, you are in the most alignment with your higher self. You are in, the most connection with source. You are just in this total flow of you. Like, those moments when you're just so in the moment that there's nothing and no one that could disturb you because you're just like having a blast. You're just fully expressed, fully you, right? Like, think of some of those moments right now where you're just like fully in it. Like, I'll tell you guys a moment that's coming to my mind right now. So there was this moment, well, this moment happened many times when I was a child, where I would go up to the top of the tree in my backyard and I would sit there and I would bring my little CD Walkman, because at the time that was what was the thing, was CD Walkmans. And I would bring that up to the top of the tree. And sometimes I would bring chicken nuggets too. I had a little bucket that was tied to a rope, and I would, climb up to the top of the tree, and then I would bring the bucket up and I would have the chicken nuggets and I would listen to the music. And sometimes I wouldn't even listen to the music. Sometimes I would just listen to the nature and I would just breathe the fresh air, like this would be in the spring or summertime. And this was a moment in my life where I really feel I was embodying my soul frequency that I intended to embody on this planet. And it's that frequency of inner peace. It's that frequency of pure exhilaration and joy. Okay. And so this is something that I've been embodying since I was a child, right? And this isn't like technical shit. This isn't like, me teaching a sermon or anything. This is me embodying my soul frequency in the highest light. Hey, Kylie. Hey, Crystal. So there is an energy that when you are embodying it, you are being your soul essence, okay? And maybe, your soul essence is peace. Maybe your soul essence is unconditional love. We each have these very unique and beautiful soul frequencies, right? And it's not going to be the same for everybody. It's not going to be like, yours isn't the same as mine. We don't have the same identical souls or anything like that. Maybe we have similar souls, right? Otherwise you probably wouldn't even resonate with my work at all, right? But we all have our own very unique soul frequency. And when we're embodying it, it uplifts others, it uplifts ourselves, and our life just gets to be truly, truly blessed when we are being this soul frequency. And the reason I brought that memory up from when I was a child is because we know this. As a child, we know who we are. We know what we like and don't like. We know what we would rather do and what we would rather not do, right? So I like to bring up these childhood memories and allow it to stir in your own unconscious mind some of your childhood memories where you were tapped into your soul too. So really think about that right now. Like, think about a memory from your childhood where you were really feeling your soul frequency, where you were really just in the moment and you were just so being the energy of your soul that it was just like nothing else mattered. Okay? And this is the energy to bring back to the present moment. This is the energy that is going to give you the clarity so that you can really know what your life was really meant to be about, the life you were born for. Okay? And, you know, so many of us at this time are here to bring in these light frequencies and teach on them as well. So if you're watching this video, you probably resonate. Crystal says, does that mean if you have health issues and everything is super hard, you should just leave it and not bother? Since you're pushing through, but beneath that, the energy is not exactly what it should be. Also love nuggets. So, okay. I don't think the things that you are really having a difficult time with, you should just leave and abandon. No, I think that in working through those things and doing the necessary healing work that is required by your soul to, you know, get through this issue, and there's going to be a different path for everybody, right? You may be guided to certain healing, you may be guided to certain nutrition, I mean, if it's a health issue or whatever, right? Like, there's going to be a path to the resolution of that issue. And I mean, it's not going to be just ignoring it, right? If this is something that's bugging you and it's constantly coming up, this is something that needs to be dealt with. But I do feel like when you are on the other side of these issues, that these may become things that you teach on, right? Like if your essence, if your energy is to be a teacher and an uplifter, you're going to have issues, right? You're going to have difficulties. You're going to have, you know, things in your life that are just so difficult, right? Like, and I actually talked about this in a post yesterday that was really coming through, where I talked about those issues that you feel, those things that are really difficult, right? Like for some of us, it's like, oh my God, I just can't seem to manifest the right guy, right? Oh my God, I just can't seem to get my money shit sorted out. Oh my God, I just can't feel confident in my body. Like, it's just like this constant issue. It's been like that for 20 years. I just, you know, there's things that are difficult that are perfectly in place by our souls so that we can transmute them, so that we can change the energy behind these issues so that we can become more of our soul's light. And no, it's not going to be done through avoiding these issues, right? It's going to be done by working through them and also, you know, pulling in the lesson, right? What am I learning from this? What is this difficulty teaching me? Like, I'll never forget when I found myself in these repeated, confusing and weird relationships, and I was like, you know, why does this keep happening? Like, why is it so hard for me to manifest my soulmate? And it's like so easy for other people to do this relationship shit, but for me, it's just like this difficult thing, right? And I was shown by my soul and by guides that it was because I was meant to teach on relationships. I was meant to teach on unconditional love, right? And I mean, that may feel like a drag at the time when you're still in the issue and you're like, why can't I just have this thing that I want? And it's like, no, you're here to truly master it from an energetic perspective. And that's why it's more difficult for you right now, right? And so you can think about that with the issues in your life that you're currently facing, the things that you just can't seem to wrap your head around, and they just feel so hard for you. It's like you're learning how to master the energy behind that. You don't become a master by things just being easy all the time and just, you know, you just wake up and you're just born and you're like, wow, life is just so easy. And honestly, you guys, the people who have life be just super easy the whole way through, those are new souls, and they're usually quite boring. And they're not really usually the teachers or the leaders, right? If you're here to be a teacher and a leader, you're going to have some fucking difficult stuff in your life that you overcome. And that's just the way it is. So you can see it as a blessing, or you can see it as a curse, or you can see it that you're a powerful soul who came here with the ability to transmute and heal this shit. right? It's all perspective. Hey, Natalie, what's up, babe? So anyways, you guys, really think about some of these things that I've offered you on this live stream, right? What is something like an energy state that you've been embodying since childhood that's just so natural for you? That's just like putting on an old shoe. It's just like, oh my God, I'm meant to be a performer, or I'm meant to embody inner peace, or I'm meant to be a teacher, I'm meant to be a healer. Like, think about this, right? Think of the essence of you, the real you, the soul you, the you that you were before you've been brainwashed into trying to be a normal person, trying to fit in, trying to make money, trying to do this, trying to do that. There's no try, there's just doing, being, right? Or no, not doing, being. There's just being you, being the youest of you, the true soul frequency. And like for me, when I think of that memory, when I was in the tree and I was just sitting at the top of the tree and I was in complete inner peace, and even beyond inner peace, I was in complete connection with God, right? And I always resented religion. I'm not a religious person, you guys. I don't subscribe to any dogmatic belief system, but I am connected to God and I am connected to Source, and I was when I was a child. And I was when I was sitting up in that tree listening to music and listening to the birds and just eating those chicken nuggets and sitting there in the tree. Like, that was me being me, and I am still that same soul here for you, you guys. And think of your own example, right? Natalie says, I feel this. Then sometimes I've been through every type of relationship. I want to learn them so that I can help others, as there has to be a reason for it. Totally. Like, and that may be part of your purpose too, to teach on relationships, because you have had the experience, you've had the difficulties, and you've had, you know, the joyous ones, right? And then you put it all together and you have this great body of work to teach others. I love you are saying this about people who have it easy. Haha, new souls, makes sense. Yeah. And they're not the most exciting people. And they're perfect. I feel like they're meant to act as like a buffer between, you know, the new earth and the old. Crystal says, haha, that makes sense. I'm glad to know some people only have easy lives because they're new and boring souls. What if you don't know what you want to do though? Well, stop thinking about it so much like, what do I want to do? Like, what are you just being when you're being the most naturally you, right? Like, you don't have to connect it to like your career or like something like that. First, you want to just understand the essence of you. And I would just ask yourself, like, what is something that you just naturally do? And it's like the easiest thing in the world, right? Like, what's something that you just naturally end up talking about to all your friends, right? Like when you're just with a bunch of friends and you're just talking, and who comes out, right? Like, it's not actually so complicated. And that's the thing, that we complicate it because we think, well, my purpose, it's this deep, you know, intense thing. And then we can't figure out what it is because we're thinking about it too hard, when really it's so obvious. It's like, oh my God, it's that thing that I can never stop talking about. It's that thing that I'm constantly researching, and I'm always like, you know, thinking about it. And it's just like, it becomes very obvious when you just like detach from needing to know what it is, and you just allow yourself to be who you actually are and talk about the things you want to talk about and do the things you want to do, right? Like, living your ideal life, what would you be doing, right? If you could literally do anything in the world, there was no rules, there were no regulations, there was no, this is what I have to do, and this is who I have to be, and this is, you know, I gotta pay bills, I gotta do this, like, like, what would you actually do if you could just do what you really wanted to do? And it should become very clear what that is. And also, it's something that's going to help others as well. Like, from the energy of service, from the energy of, I'm here to make the world a better place, what would you be doing that would also be your highest joy? It sounds complicated, but it's actually the easiest thing in the world. And once you find it, and, you know, it's not so much about finding it. I feel like most of us actually know what it is. It's about actually committing to doing it and knowing that it does get to be that simple. And we are supported by God. We are supported by soul. We are supported by life, and we are made for this, and we are meant for it. Okay. It's the harder part is actually the doing of it, right? Because you may know for years, like, this is what I really want to be doing. This is the life I was born to live. It's over there, but I'm not doing it, right? And why aren't you doing it, right? Like, what brainwashed bullshit belief have you taken on that says that you don't get to live the life you were born to live? let that go now. You are just bloody awesome. Thank you, Natalie. Anyways, you guys, that's all I wanted to say on this live stream. If you are interested in working together at the one-on-one level, Divinely Supported is here. This is my latest one-on-one program. It's kind of like an intensive. So you get 6 weeks with me. We have a call every week. We talk every day on Voxer, and you also get 2 of my online courses that go perfectly with the work we're going to be doing, which is about embodying your true soul essence, expressing your true soul gifts in the world, and you know, knowing that you are divinely supported in this, knowing that, you know, God is your daddy and the universe loves you, your soul loves you, and you are meant to be doing this. And we're going to really work through any reasons why you're not fully doing it, or, you know, any fears you have that you're not going to be supported by life, by men, by God. And it's really deep work, super powerful, super exciting. Message me if this resonates, if you would like to grab one of these spots to do this work together. What else am I selling? I also have the love bundle on sale, which is 2 of my best love courses, you guys. And if you're already in one of the courses and you want to be in the other course, you can also get a deal on that as well. If you're more interested in doing the love side of this work, you know, the manifestation stuff that I'm also a master of. And also you can bundle them both. So if you want to work together one-on-one, but you also want the love bundle, we can also bundle the bundle. Anyways, you guys, thanks so much for joining me on this live stream. Message me if you would like to work together at the one-on-one level with this. We can obviously go way deeper when we have daily communication and sessions every week, right? It's super powerful. Yeah, love you all so much. And remember, you came for the joy of living. Bye.